you may be wondering why I shapeshifted into my imposter teammate. To understand, let's start from the beginning. See, over here I was just buying time for the kill cooldown, as you can see. So, as you can see, I sabotaged the lights, because why not? I just needed to waste everyone else's time and find someone to kill. So I decided to try to trap someone in electrical with me without anyone seeing, because the lights was sabotaged. Luckily, this guy didn't actually see me. I was gonna vent troll, but of course it didn't allow me. Here is the meeting, which we might as well just skip over. Brown gets accused of being Viper, and I decided to sacrifice him because who needs him anyway? Like, really, he is one of the most useless teammates on Earth, bro.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like, of course, this is what happened. So, of course, this guy was getting autocorrect from reactor. Reactor to reading is actually crazy. Anyways, so after that, I decided to sacrifice him, yeah, like I said. So he was sacrifice. So after sacrificing him, I decided, someone asked Gray, are you Aang? And he said yes, therefore making him safe. So I decided to make sure he was even more safe later on in the round. So, of course, the voting ends in 3, 2, and it just proceeds. Anyways, so, of course, I'm doing commentary here. And Brown gets voted out, and he's an imposter. Not idiots. Looks like this is an actually good lobby, and I'm gonna have to find a way to fool them. And Pink. So I decided, something is wrong, everything is fine, everything is under control, nothing is wrong, everything is fine, everything is under control. So as you can see, I decided to fix wiring since I hadn't yet faked any tasks. And I decided, Green saw me vent troll, so I closed him in a room with me, and then decided to shapeshift into Coral, except, unluckily, Coral came and found the body. And I thought I was going to get a double kill, because only any logical person would wait until I shifted back. But of course, no. Instead, hey, what happened to you, bro? Like, why you report body, bro? You should be following me till you shift back. And I would have gotten a double kill, but didn't have the opportunity. I said don't vote on 7, but this is a very old, outdated rule. And everyone forgets this rule.
Wait, did you just say a rule?
Everyone forgets this rule. Of course, everyone forgets this rule. Nobody remembers it. Of course, eventually the meeting keeps on going. Voting ends in about 20 seconds. Some guy says, I have scan, and I realize everyone has something to make them safe. Everyone either has scan or trash, except for the imposters. So I decided later on, this would mean I would have to shapeshift into my imposter teammate and gain everyone as my first pawns in this round, because I had to somehow find a way to control the lobby. So I decided Pink is the only one who doesn't have a safe thing. So why not try and vote, why not try SS into Gray and see what happens? And no one was ejected because it was skipped. Only one person voted me. I don't know who that one person was. Pink is also awfully quiet, and that would mean everyone would, of course, trust me, because crewmates often trust confident players and don't trust those who are awfully quiet. My teammate does the right move by sabotaging lights, and that spot in reactor, you can't actually see the egg. So I decide to kill in front of everybody, and everyone sees the 2 grays. And so, of course, some guy accuses me because I wasn't there. I was the only one who wasn't there. So I decided to sacrifice myself. You might be thinking, what do you mean sacrifice yourself? You can't sacrifice yourself on there. That doesn't make any sense. Purple, yeah, of course. And I decided to say, okay, you got me. It's also Pink. And so, of course, of course I would say that it was also Pink, because she was the only person who was not safe. And everyone was like, yo, it's obviously Pink. Because, well, she's the only person who didn't do trash or anything like that. So, answers of it, and White says that she's safe because he tracked her, and he probably suspected him because of natural instincts and stuff. And of course, he says, "Don't believe him. It's not Pink." But of course, this leads to White getting voted out later. He should have seen through. You see, I tend to look at this stuff like a chessboard. You want to look ahead. You want to look 5 moves ahead. Anyways, so of course, eventually another meeting is going to get called. Reactor sabotage is called. If I were Grey, maybe I wouldn't ventral, but I sort of have to for the clips. But any person who's mentally sane wouldn't actually do such a thing, because who really would? Anyone who's mentally sane would not do that. Anyways, anyone who's not a psychopath, I mean. And the Guardian Angel actually ended up protecting Grey afterwards, because the Shapeshifter had copied him, so everyone assumed that he was safe, meaning everyone was safe. Pink eventually gets voted out. And after Pink gets voted out, of course, everyone decides to, of course, everyone agrees, because it seems like the logical thing. But White was defending Pink earlier, which would therefore cause White to get voted out again. No, I can't laugh at that. I've got to hold that in. So I decided to help my imposter buddy, because my imposter teammate is apparently seemingly not really making any progress. So I decided to help him with sabotages by haunting him. This is exactly what I suggest to do if you're dead. He somehow clips through the cafeteria door. I don't know why this bug keeps happening. It keeps happening, and if I were to work at Innersoft, maybe I would have gotten it fixed, but I'm not that good of an expert at coding. And I say Pink deaf in the chat. You might be wondering, I'm dead. Why should I be saying that? Well, first, to start from the beginning, it's because there's our guardian angels, multiple actually. And then they say, no way, Pink is safe. She did trash in front of me. And of course, this would cause White to be accused later. Because really, now that everyone is safe, who do you have to accuse? Except each other. So they'll just randomly accuse each other. And you look at that tasks completed bar, it's not that high. So they wouldn't win on tasks. Of course, it's kind of obvious that because they're like halfway through, they wouldn't win on tasks. And they're just saying, bro, yellow accusing for no reason. It's called teaming and trying to save your friend. Bro, it's not she. I am not really. Anyways, everyone starts voting. But of course, yellow literally did scan. You see how I'm literally making the entire lobby confused, dazed and confused? Yeah, literally everyone has no idea what they're doing now. They think that they're tricked into they're actually tricked into thinking they know what they're doing. But actually, they have zero idea what they are doing. And that is especially because... And that is why you do not leave a lobby if you're the imposter straight away. And of course, White gets accused. And of course, yellow accuses white. Everyone else accuses yellow. And that logically means White would get voted out. And then yellow would get voted out. And then White. And then after that, that gives you the victory. Easy victory. Now I can probably laugh. But no. I still gotta hold that in. Anyways, so people say Rose is safe. Someone sure me apparently they did Shield. There is this common misconception where people think Shield is a visual task. But actually, Shield is not a visual task. So, you know. And so if you see someone faking, so that means you will never see anyone faking shields. If you see someone do shields, they haven't faked it, of course. It's pretty obvious that they haven't faked it. Except that also means you can fake shields as imposter. And of course, White gets voted out. And this, of course, logically means yellow will get voted out next because yellow accused White. But then, if Gray literally gets protected by the guardian angel at some point, you can catch where that happens, and if so, you can comment down below that you caught that, and of course, easy, we win.